What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another live stream. We had no football all week, and we were just itching at our palms, man, just waiting to get back in here. And the IU game got canceled, and so things just hadn't lined up for us. And so we wanted to make sure we got our faces on here somehow. And so we're gonna come in here today and go through the slate of games that we got this week. How's it going, Dad?
I've been lazy. I got a lot of stuff going on with the house, but I've just taken the time that I've had and I've used it to catch up on rest where I haven't done so in the last month, and it feels pretty good.
It's good. It's definitely good to take a break every now and then. But, I took my break from YouTube and now I was like, what am I going to do? Like, I sat here, I woke up today was off, and I felt like I was just doing nothing. And so I was like, I got to get on here. I got to get Dad motivated. I got to get on here. Let's get in here and hammer this down.
Well, what's up, JP? Nice to see you in here today, brother. Glad to have you. Jonathan, what's going on, dude? Hey, our good friend, Miss Bucci Bonita, straight out of the Philippines. It's nice having some familiar faces and good friends to come in here and hang out with us.
I went and hung out with Bucci in our live stream the other day. It was nice to hang in there and talk with everyone for a few. But so anybody that wants to take a look at it, I went ahead and put all of the week slate games. So if you want to follow along with us based on that, or you want to come back and look at it later, I put it in the order we're going to go. It's all in the description of the video. What's up, Puppet? Nice to see you, my dude. Finned up. How's it going, Luke? Nice to see everybody in here today. It feels like it's been like a month, even though it's only been like 4 days.
Yeah, but the other thing is that we haven't sat down and did any form of live like this without a game happening at the same time. So this is it's been a minute for this too.
Yeah, I mean, we've been grinding the play-by-plays and the basketball and everything that we haven't had a chance to sit here, hang out. That's all we do in the play-by-plays, because I feel like some of these games we've been doing have been snooze fest and, not worth watching. So it's been mostly hanging out. But now we get to talk and not sit and focus on watching a game and talk with you guys, get our picks in. Hello, it is the Tornado Sports Person. Well, it's nice to meet you, Tornado Sports Person. What's up, Rick? It's nice to see you as well. We're doing well. Just sitting at, or it feels like we're in quarantine again. We've both just been sitting at the house doing nothing the last couple days, and so I don't know why we stayed off the computer, but we're back.
What is that? I'm not unfamiliar, Fujita. What is the Tornado Sports? Is that another channel? If it is, I'll be sure to click it onto my list and go over and check out your content.
Yeah, for sure. We want to check out and support as many, especially sports creators, just because I've been expanding my horizons to say, and I've been just watching other sports YouTubers all week. It's not another channel.
Okay.
Then what is the Tornado Sports Person?
That is the next question that's on the mind then.
And I do not upload sports. Oh, well, it's nice to meet you either way. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah, because usually when people pop in here, we're definitely interested in the people that come in here and hang out with us, so we can learn a little bit about them as well. So very cool. Oh, so do you got I guess you've got your list of games in the order that you're going to talk about them today, right?
Yeah, let me pull them up. I know the first game on NFL Sunday, because we do not have a game on Thursday. We have just starting Sunday morning, or whatever time it is for you. It's 1:00 for us. Is the 7-8 Falcons and the 9 are going to Buffalo to face the 9-6 Buffalo Bills. Now, this doesn't seem that important because the Falcons are kind of just not in it, which they're still technically in it, actually. But There's a lot on the line for Buffalo. It's Buffalo's gotten themselves into a position that every game matters. They have to win every game with the Patriots on their tail and the Dolphins heating up as well. Now the Bills don't have to worry about the Dolphins, but they do have to worry about the Patriots, and home field advantage is going to be important. I know between those two teams it doesn't seem like it because they beat each other on the road, but this is still, as much as it's probably not going to be that fun of a game to watch, and still an important one. And I think, like I said a few weeks ago, starting back, that some of these teams that we are kind of counted out, and I put the Falcons in that, are just using the rest of the season to be home wreckers. So this is one of, I think I narrowed it down to 3 trap games this weekend. Buffalo should win this game by 20, realistically. But go ahead and let's hear what you got to say about it.
Yeah, I think Buffalo's kind of found their stride. I think they got embarrassed at home by New England. I think the way New England won that game embarrassed that team as a whole. I think their defense is still way too good. And I think they're still way too talented to be a 9-16. They should be a little bit better. I think Atlanta is going to come in here and play well. I have a feeling that they're going to come in here on this game and play well because they're expected to get hammered. It'll be a closer game than the 14.5 it is, but Buffalo should win by at least a touchdown.
Yeah, I'm going to give this game to Buffalo. And like I said, this is a trap game, so you guys can quote me on anything that I say. We won't be in here Sunday, but we'll be in here Monday for sure. And so we'll go over all of this afterwards. But I will not be surprised if the Atlanta Falcons give the Buffalo Bills hell. I'm just saying, Cordell Patterson, they can't stop. Oh, so this is a flaw in Buffalo. With or without Tre'Davious White, they can't stop the run. There will be at least one rushing touchdown scored by the Atlanta Falcons, if not more. And so that is almost a guarantee. Like Buffalo, I feel like this is kind of like Arizona going into Detroit and expecting to just bowl over them easily. This is going to be a game they're actually going to have to fight to win, whether they think so or not. So as long as Buffalo comes up prepared and not, overthinking it and, not taking it seriously, they're going to be fine and win by at least 7. I don't know that they're going to cover 14 points because, look, Matt Ryan's an excellent quarterback. Cordell Patterson got snubbed from the Pro Bowl, but he is a hell of a player. Kyle Pitts made the Pro Bowl as a rookie tight end. This is going to be a good game. I'm going to Falcons 49-1. See, I'm leaning that way. I just don't have the balls to pick against Buffalo right now.
It's got the possibility of an early season big time upset, but right now I think Buffalo's they've already had their game of where they've been embarrassed against Jacksonville. They were embarrassed against New England, and I don't think they're going to get embarrassed anymore this year.
What's up, Tim? Thanks for jumping in with us. We're just getting started. Hey, my sister's in here. What's up, Sadie?
What's up, Sadie Bug?
But I'm going to take the Bills just so I don't eat those words later because they're getting hot, and this is a weird statistic that I saw that in terms of rushing attempts, Josh Allen leads the league, running backs, QBs, and the most yards per attempt at like 9.6. So he is goated. I still think he deserves to be in the MVP conversation. And I told you at the beginning of the year, I thought he could win it. He's probably not going to win it, but I think he deserves to be in that top, 2 or 3, 4 guys.
He's just like every other young quarterback this year. He's had moments of inconsistency that's really hurt him in that type of a balloting.
Yeah, I just think these next 2 weeks is going to be crucial that he can earn that spot in the top, 3 people in the conversation for MVP. So watch out for Josh Allen. They should be red hot. With or without Tre'Davious White on defense, they are nasty. They are elite. And I feel like they're the best 9-6 team in the league. Back when they were like 7 and whatever, I was like, they're the best 7-6 team I've ever seen. So I'm going to take Buffalo, but I'm going to tread lightly on it a little bit.
Yeah, last thing on that, I would say is that Josh Allen is an excellent fantasy play for tomorrow because Falcons' run defense is lacking, and I feel like he's going to put up yardage both through the air and on the ground.
Oh, most definitely. Like And Josh, they trust. Like, Buffalo has got to be thankful to have that guy on their team.
All right, moving
So
on.
our number 2 game of the week is kind of a doozy. The New York Giants at 4-11 head to Chicago to face the Bears 5-10. I'm just gonna go out and say it. The Giants have zero offense, like zero offense. It's non-existent, and so Chicago's defense is gonna put the Chicago offense on the field time and time again. And inevitably, it doesn't matter if it's low scoring, high scoring. It doesn't matter if they put up 50 touchdowns. It doesn't matter. Like, Chicago will win. I could see this being a shutout game. Like, that's how bad their offense is, unless, young QB Justin Fields turns the ball over in, like, the red zone or something. That's the only way the Giants are getting points is with their kicker.
No, I agree wholeheartedly. There's not much to watch in this game. I feel like Chicago is going to leave here feeling a little bit more confident.
What's up, Joe? He's on the Facebook side, but he is in here showing some support. Joe, nice to see you, my dude.
The toilet bowl, Bears versus Giants.
That's what I'm saying. This is a doozy. It doesn't matter unless, Nagy's trying to keep his job. And honestly, the Giants should be trying to tank, but it doesn't even matter because they're bringing back Joe Judge and Daniel Jones. So, it literally, nothing with the Giants are going to matter until they fix some stuff. It's a crap game. Joe said crap game. Giants about to win. Giants are probably going to win just for the poor, stupidity, but I think this is going to be a good chance for Justin Fields to kind of exploit his strengths, to find himself a little bit.
Fujita's a Jags fan. I wonder if he applauds the potential hiring of Doug Peterson.
What's up, Pookie?
Yo,
but
Pookie.
I don't have much to say about this game, so I'm gonna go jump to the next one, which in my opinion is game of the week. It's on the thumbnail. The two of the top 10 quarterbacks in the league going head to head for the first time. The Kansas City Chiefs, my boys, are coming to our town in Cincinnati to face Joe Burrow in the jungle. I have such mixed feelings about this. I'm gonna let you roll.
So, I'm not gonna just pick what I want to pick with my heart. Although I think Cincinnati's going to have an opportunity to win the game. I feel like, and this is just me being philosophical a little bit. I feel like the even though that Burrow was mad at Wink Martindale, I feel like the karma is going to come back after having such a big game, and I look for somewhat of a letdown. I don't think that they're going to be able to. I feel like Kansas City's coming to clinch the number 1 seed. I feel like they're going to be ready, and I just feel like we're just a little outmatched still. I don't feel like we're quite there yet. I love your prediction, JP. I wish I could share it. I feel like it's going to be a really close game. I feel like we're going to come up a little short, a la the Green Bay game. The 5-point spread is close. I think Kansas City is going to win the game, and I don't want to talk about it anymore because it's going to make me cry.
Honestly, look, I can't tell you what's going to happen, but I all I want for this game, because this is the only game this year we've been to, and our first football game together, it's going to be the best day of my life. I don't care what happens as long as no one gets hurt. I've been saying that. But all I want is for this game to be like the Chargers and Browns game where there was 80 points scored. Look, I love both of these defenses, and I think these two teams have two of the most talented offensive rosters as wholes. I'm going to pick the Chiefs because it's the right answer in my opinion. I am not going to be upset if Cincinnati wins this game. Look, I'm not going to be upset no matter what, because the Chiefs the Bengals have overperformed from everybody's expectations. They won more than 4 games, so I'm happy with how their season ends. I don't care. I'm already happy. I love both of these. Like I said, I want it to be a high-scoring, fun game. I know that we have both good defenses, and I don't want either of them to look silly in this game because I love a lot of pieces on both of those defenses. But I just want this to be a game where Joe Burrow can still go off, but Patrick Mahomes is the GOAT, and he takes over and wins this game, whether it's close or not. I hope it stays close. I kind of want this to be like like a 28-24 kind of game, last second, or 28 to, I don't know, 30-27. There we go. 30-27 will be the minimum amount of points I want to see scored.
Yeah, you got a couple comments in the chat that you need to address.
Yes, Kyler, I remember you. Alex, are you going to be live for the college football playoff? This guy is. Are you betting? I am not betting. I don't bet on teams I like. And
yeah, we're not gonna go down that road because that's usually where the money goes.
I will say that I went through my betting slips and I went and looked at my open bets. And months ago, I didn't know this till yesterday. Months ago, I put on money on Cincinnati winning, getting the number 1 seed, and it's a pretty big payout. And if they beat the Chiefs, they can still get the number 1 seed.
That was the topic of conversation that was had.
I didn't even remember. I don't even remember doing it.
I remember you talking about doing it. All right. I you know what? I just hope for a good game. I really feel like we have a chance, but it's going to take our best performance to win that game.
Oh, yeah. I just want a good game. I don't care who wins, but if I had to make a pick for this video, I'm gonna stick with the Chiefs because look, when they took their ass beating, sorry for the language, but when they took it in the beginning of the year and they were 3-4, I said, watch the Chiefs turn around and not lose another game and make it to the Super Bowl. I said, Andy Reid, I read his comment, Andy Reid is not going to let them lose another game. So I don't think the Chiefs will lose another game this year. I think they're going to go straight to the Super Bowl and redeem themselves from getting embarrassed last year. Like, I don't think they're going to lose another game. So that's why I have to pick the Chiefs in this.
Puppet, the dog's locked out because he's in a very dramatic mood today. He won't leave me be. And,
I could pick a tie, and that would be the best possible outcome for me because I'll be happy because I don't have to watch either team lose. And the Bengals can clinch their division with a tie.
Going really fast on here. Fujita, I do think Cincinnati has a chance to upset Alabama. Is the main reason why broadcasting the game because it's our locality, and I feel like Desmond Ridder being part of watching him grow up and from the high schools of Louisville all the way through his career at Cincinnati, I feel like he has got that quality of winning that gives them an opportunity, and I want to broadcast that game just because I think the possibility of some kind of a historical win is there. So yes, I think they have an opportunity, but they can't. You know what? They cannot turn the ball over, and their defense has to show up.
Yeah, I second that. I do think Cincinnati can win that game.
The Shark doesn't have a name.
If college football goes anything like NFL has gone this year, they've got more than a chance to win that game. But Let's move on to number 4. We got the Las Vegas Raiders at 8-7 going to Indy to face the 9-6 Colts. And I'm not calling this a trap game because there's no trap there. There might not have wins, but I still think Jonathan Taylor can carry them. And look, I told Nathan the other day that from here on out, I'm choosing chaos. So I'm going to ride with the Raiders on this. With Carson Wentz or without Carson Wentz, I'm going to ride with the Raiders. It makes no sense. I think Jonathan Taylor is going to obliterate them. But I don't have any other reason other than I still think as bad as the Raiders season has gone in terms of everything, they're still a decent football team with a decent defense. There's no way Indy should lose this game. This is a must-win for them. But this, honestly is a must-win for the Raiders. They can still get in the playoffs.
I agree with you pretty much right there. I'm gonna take chalk on this one though. I believe that although I want the Raiders to win this game, I feel like they have everything that they need to win this game. Indianapolis is getting everything back off of COVID that they've been lacking the last couple of weeks and the injury list. The only question mark is Carson Wentz. But we talked about Sam Ehlinger because, that was one of the, hey, if they have to play him, how do you feel?
Did
And
you
I
know
think
that Indy called Phillip Rivers?
Yeah.
Indy, they contacted Phillip Rivers with Carson Wentz going out.
And and whatever on that one, but
best possible outcome, Rivers comes in and takes over the season.
that would be kind of funny because that would remind me of Nick Foles taking over for Wentz in Philadelphia and winning a Super Bowl.
There we go. Raiders win by 2. That's what I'm saying. This is in Indy, Pookie.
I'm going to take Indianapolis
because the Raiders play better, in my opinion, on the road than they do at home anyway.
That's true too. I'm taking the Colts because I think Jonathan Taylor is the MVP of the NFL this year, and the Raiders have had a lot of trouble stopping running backs. So hand the ball off to JT, win the ball game.
Yeah, I mean Jonathan Taylor can win that game. It's just will they let him? That's the thing. Will they put their hands in whatever quarterback is standing back there, or will they let Jonathan Taylor win the game for them?
Going Colts.
I'm going to stick with the Raiders. I'm going to ride with the Raiders for chaos.
It's okay.
Next game, Jacksonville, 2-13 Jags head to the 9-6 New England Patriots. This isn't even a game. Patriots win. And look, I still think that Jacksonville has possibilities to win games. Like, I still think they're capable of winning any given Sunday. But it's not easy to a rookie quarterback versus Bill Belichick. We've seen that story a million times. Look. If the Jags get that win right there, like that'll be very impressive, and Buffalo fans will be happy. But
Pookie, that's not the case. He declined to interview for the job right now based on the fact that they're in the middle of a playoff run. He didn't say that he wasn't going to take the interview after the season was over. He just declined to do anything with it now.
JP said Pats by 47. Look, the only way the Jags can win this game is if their defense shuts down Mac Jones and Damian Harris. I just don't think it's possible. They don't have James Robinson. He's on the IR. Look, James Robinson's a stud, and I feel like this game could be interesting with him there and healthy. I'd rather see the Jags win for pure chaos, but Bill Belichick versus a rookie, like I said, we've seen that story a million times.
Yeah, I think we should just move on. New England's going to win this game. They should cover.
Unless everything happens the way it's not supposed to. The 11-4 Tampa Bay Buccaneers head to the New York Jets. I'm rolling with the Jets, baby. Home wreckers. I'm rolling with them. The Tampa Bay by 40 most likely, but I'm rolling with the home wreckers. This is my other trap game also. I had like 3.
I was trying to find a way to where I would want to pick the Jets. But I just can't see it. I don't know.
Did anybody happen to see Zach Wilson's 51-yard touchdown run last weekend? Excuse me. He is an elite quarterback. He has better stats over the last 4 games than Baker Mayfield.
I knew that was coming out of your mouth as soon as you had the opportunity to.
I think we ride in Zach Wilson for Rookie of the Year. Let's just go on. Ride that train. If Zach Wilson wins this game, I'm buying a Zach Wilson jersey.
I'm gonna take Tampa Bay just because I don't feel like the Jets match up at all.
Look, I always pick one game that comes back and makes me look stupid, and it's always against Tampa Bay. So you think that's gonna phase me? No.
Not 17 weeks
Zach
in.
Wilson. Look, I would take Zach Wilson right now over Baker Mayfield. So I'm rolling with it. They've got no team, and they've still managed to beat some good teams this year. Look, Robert Saleh has played against the Buccaneers before. He's played against that. Look, Bruce Arians won't be there. He's on the COVID list. They're down a bunch of key players. They just signed up some wide receivers to the practice squad. They're down some people. They lost more guys on the COVID list on defense. Look, Tampa Bay's hurting right now. They are not the best team in the NFC. Look, I don't like to bet against Brady because I always get burnt, but I have not picked them one time this year. Not one time.
And she's not going to start now.
And I'm not going to start now. What's up, Tony?
What's up, Tony B?
Alex got right up on the mic. Oh, I'm dead serious. You guys know how I'm going to roll. And, you've got a preview for next year. Look, I'm going to keep doing it. I love this score. Like, I hope this actually happens because you know why? The Jets still lose, but it makes the Buccaneers look bad.
let's roll. Because there's not much. We don't want to get in Brady discussion here.
All right, here is one of the most interesting and probably best games of the week. The 8-7 Dolphins face the 10-5 Tennessee Titans in Tennessee. Look, I'm rolling with. Look, I watched a lot of picks videos today, and a lot of people are rolling with the Titans, and that makes sense because AJ Brown's performance last week. Look, he's not going to put up those numbers every week because they don't have Derrick Henry. They don't have a run game, so that's not going to happen every single week. Look, that was great. I wish I would have started him, great game. But I'm rolling with the Dolphins. Look, everyone says their win streak, they're going to run out of luck sometime soon, but I'm rolling with them. Keep plowing, dudes. I'm happy with you. Jalen Waddle's playing excellent. His little penguin waddle in the end zone went viral, and I love it. I'm rolling with it. If Luke's still in here, I'm rolling with him this weekend. Aquatic mammals, yes.
Dude, I got to tell you straight up, off at the end of the day, that I'm with you on this wholeheartedly 100% because Miami's not winning because their offense is playing well. Miami's winning because their defense is kicking butt. And you know what? I think they're going to win another one. Keep rolling, Miami.
Dave C's in the house. He said, hi, what's up, Dave? And Puppy Master said, no Brady talk. What about cheesecake? Okay, I'm just going to tell you guys right now. You have inspired me. And so as soon as I get off here, I went to Walmart yesterday and I bought all the stuff. And so I'm making some cheesecake. So I'm going to post a short later tonight just to show you guys how it turns out. Hey, there's Luke. He posted the Penguins. Yes, I'm here for it. That's like the greatest end zone celebration I've seen this season. And Dave said, no, the Dolphins are going to lose. Packers versus Dolphins Super Bowl. I'm honestly, look, if the Dolphins make it to the Super Bowl, I will ride with them because, their journey to get there was probably the hardest.
Yeah, that's a story for the ages right there.
Seriously, if they make it to the Super Bowl, I don't care if they beat my teams or if my teams get eliminated. As long if the Chiefs and Bengals are out, I'll roll with the Dolphins if they're still in.
I will roll with most AFC teams for the most part.
I will not roll with the Patriots though.
No.
Miami beat the Saints because the Saints had zero offense. Yeah, but they also beat a really elite Saints defense. That was their first real test, that defense. And they still put up points. So they put up points early. I called a bunch of Japanese guys to come in and attack all the Dolphins. Oh, my gosh.
F are you a Dolphin and F are you a whale?
Next game, I think we're still at 1 o'clock, is the 8-7 Eagles go to Washington and face the 6-9 Washington football team. Look, this will be the first time this season I'm going to ride with the Eagles and Hurts. And look, it's gonna bite me in the ass because I know they're gonna turn around and win this game. But I'm gonna say, look, I gotta start rooting for underdogs that are gonna get in. And Jalen Hurts has developed a lot as a quarterback this season. Their offense, they don't have that much, but they do got Goddard, they got Devontae Smith. They're still working, they're still learning each other, and he's managed to get them in playoff contention. While they're in the middle of a rebuild. So I've got to throw some respect on there. I love the Washington, and I'm going to roll with them. So that means they're probably going to win because I'm not picking them. It hurts my feelings, but I'm going to take the Eagles this week.
Wow, that just totally threw me for a loop because I was going to pick the Eagles because I knew you were going to pick Washington. Now you're making me think that I ought to pick Washington just because you picked the Eagles. But no, I'm going to stick with the Eagles. I think that run game is the number one reason why they're winning ball games. Their defense has been satisfactory. They can push the ball on the ground. It doesn't have anything to do with Jalen Hurts' arm. I
think that the football team is just trying to get through. Look, we saw what happened to him against the Cowboys, and look, Dak Prescott. That it's like the Saints versus the Bucs. Or the Saints versus Brady. Dak Prescott has Washington's number. I deep down knew that Dallas would win that game. I didn't want to admit it, but deep down I knew. And so, that was just bad. But I still think Washington will make this game competitive. But I'm going to, they're too beat up. They don't have much left. So, they're just trying to get to the end of the year.
My question for this off this comment that I see in chat, Wildflower gets another L. What's if he keeps building up these L's, there's gonna be some real aggression that builds up in that dude, and he's gonna go nuts. Just saying, Wildflower's gonna go ballistic.
Waddle over Chase. I honestly would take Waddle this week because T. Higgins is getting the mass receptions right now, but I would never pick against a Bengal, especially a 1,000-yard receiver. So I don't know. That's tough.
Let's see. Tennessee's got a fairly decent secondary, and they're playing on the road. Jalen Waddle's the one guy on that team that can make plays, but that's a tough pick this week. I think I would take Waddle over Chase in fantasy.
I think I would take Waddle over Chase, just because, like I said, T. Higgins, and I really think Boyd. They have 2 games left in the season. They only need 189 yards to get Boyd over 1,000 for them to have 3,000-yard receivers. I think Boyd's going to have a big game this weekend.
He's been playing really well in the slot lately.
We've seen these post games. If you want to go to our shorts playlist or my last 2 recent uploads and watch the 2 interviews about Burrow, his cutthroat mentality. But, if he knows, which he's got to know, I've been tweeting him. I've been tweeting at Joe Burrow. He's got to know that he's so close to getting a third 1,000-yard receiver. He's going to feed him the ball as much as he can, just because he's a baller and he wants those achievements.
Offensive Rookie of the Year right now, that race has really tightened up. There's one of 3 guys in the AFC that could be right there, so they're all really close.
Yeah, I think Najee Harris still deserves to be in that conversation. I don't think he should win, but I think he deserves to be in the conversation. All right, next game, because that one, it hurt my feelings to talk about.
I did stick with the Eagles, by the way.
Yeah, the Los Angeles Rams at 11-4 go to Baltimore to face the Ravens at 8-7. This is a trap game. I believe Huntley is going to be starting, which is a safer bet than Lamar anyway.
Yeah, he's still limping.
Stud, but you've got Cooper Kupp fighting for the MVP. I think Matt Stafford's going to shove the ball down his throat and tear apart that broken secondary.
I'm with you, Fujita. 41-26. I think the Ravens get their offense back on track. I think there's just a lot of talent on that offensive Rams offense right now. Plus, and you got to remember, Baltimore has 0 secondary. 0. They have none of their original starters this year there, and they're in backups of backups of backups right now. So I'm taking the Rams just because.
I'm taking the Rams, but I'm not counting the Ravens out. They almost beat Green Bay with Huntley, and they've got, that was the same team they have going to face the Rams. I still if it comes down to a 2-point conversion, I'm going to take the Rams because they need to just trust their kicker and kick the extra point and go to overtime, because Huntley ran all over the Packers, with his arm and with his legs. He tore them apart and was able to win if they went into overtime. But
as far as the Green Bay and
safe bet.
As far as Green Bay and LA goes, I think the Rams have more of a lockdown cornerback. They have a stronger overall defense.
Yeah, Green Bay's defensive play more consistent. Other than week 1, Green Bay's defense has gotten better every single week. So right now, I have more trust in the consistency of the Green Bay Packers defense than I do of the Rams. They've got more bigger names, but they haven't been as consistent. Stafford throws 5 interceptions and Ravens take it. Stafford won't throw 5 interceptions, but he might make 5 bad plays. There's
not enough defense on that team to make interceptions right now.
Yeah, I don't trust the Ravens defense, but I do trust the Ravens offense to put up points.
Yep.
So I think that's a good game. That'll be a good game to watch. Packers defense trash. No, that's their special teams, bro. You know that. Let's see. Next one. This is an interesting game. Also, maybe I had more than three. Kind of a trap game. The Houston Texans 4-11, who just won their Super Bowl against the Chargers, at the San Francisco 49ers at 8-7. Yeah,
Am I going first?
I think both teams are capable of winning this game. Look, Texans have nothing, and they're like the Jets. They're like the Jags. They're like the Lions. All these teams are capable of winning games. They can win any week.
I'm
I've
telling
also
you,
seen Houston lose 45 or something to 0 to the Bills. So, I've seen both sides. But Davis Mills is getting better. I just think the 49ers defense is much stronger than the Houston offense. I saw Rex Burkhead score a touchdown this weekend. Rex Burkhead.
he was always a talented back. He just never got enough carries in a game.
I didn't even know he was still in the league.
Well, I'm gonna let you know that tomorrow, just out of giggles, when I get to Indiana in the morning, I'm putting the bet in with the money line being plus 550. I'm betting on Houston in this game.
I'm fine with that. That's what I'm saying. I think this is a coin flip game. We're going to see Trey Lance. Jimmy G's not playing, which I am so ecstatic to be able to watch some more Trey Lance film. This will be a good game for him to play a whole game. Not a great defense, but still decent enough. I think San Francisco has to win this game, but I think Houston might play homewrecker.
You know what? This
They're
feels
trying
like
to get some dignity back.
This feels like the trap game that I'm willing to put money on. I think I'm going to drop a 20 on Houston on the money line on this because for some reason I feel like they're going to win.
I can't pick them because I've already picked a couple bad ones. I don't want to eat too many words, but I don't want to get killed on this one too. But I'm gonna take the 49ers in a very close, semi-low scoring game. I'm gonna say 24-17.
Good. Well, I mean, it's good that we have a couple that we differ on this week.
Is it a hot take to say that Davis Mills is the second best rookie quarterback right now?
I agree.
Yeah, 100%. He's getting better, and he is playing with the least amount of weapons.
I mean, he's got Brandon Cooks, and that's about it.
That's literally all he has, and Cooks has been on and off the COVID and injured list,
Here's the thing. Cooks is a good WR2 on any team, right? Cooks can, but he's not a wide receiver one.
Boyd, man.
Yeah. I mean, I just think I think Davis Mills has done a lot with absolutely nothing.
He has nothing. He has no defense. He has no offense, and he's going out there and playing good football. For a rookie, he's playing good football.
I think I'm willing to lose that bet, Tim. I think that's just a great bet to make.
All right, so I accidentally skipped a game. That was a 4:00 game, but I'm going to go backwards. The Denver Broncos 7-8 heading to Los Angeles to play the 8-7 Chargers. Look, okay, we just got done talking about the Texans. What happened to the Chargers, man? That was one game I was overly confident that the Chargers, if I had to lock in one pick for last week, I would have taken the Chargers to rebound and play well over the Texans. And they let the Texans put up 41 points on them with nothing. Look, I think Denver can put up that many points on them if the Texans can. And Denver has a much better defense than the Texans.
I know, and you know what? LA is not a good home field advantage for either LA team, honestly.
Especially the Chargers. The Chargers have never had fans. There's no home field advantage. I think it's going to be more orange in that stadium than blue and yellow.
But don't you just, when you sit down and think about Denver, think that they're just this lethargic team that doesn't do well? They can't score a lot of points. They don't really show greatness.
They have an offense, but, they looked bad against the Raiders last week. But then they look good here and there, and then they look bad for a game or two. So they look bad the last two games. I feel like this game they're going to look good.
I'm with you. I'm picking Denver today on this one just because that's my next long shot of the day.
Look, I think Denver's gonna, nail the Chargers down and put them both at 500. And Denver's not good, and so I love Justin Herbert. I love the Denver defense, but is Eckler back? I think Eckler's back, so maybe that'll be the edge to give the Chargers the win. But I'm gonna take Denver for the upset because I don't feel good about this game.
If I asked you a question about these two teams, if I asked you which running back had more yards this season, Austin Eckler or Javonte Williams, which one would you think had more yardage?
Javonte Williams, he's been a stud.
Yes, ma'am.
Eckler's a stud, but he's banged up.
Yep. I mean, they're really even, and Eckler's got more touchdowns. But I mean, in all honesty, if Teddy Bridgewater hasn't had an exemplary year, but he's very capable. So
what about Locke? Is Bridgewater back from the head injury?
I don't know.
Because
he was in concussion protocol, but I think they get the same thing. I think they get the same kind of start out of Locke. Locke gives them a little more upside on offense.
Yeah, more air yards, I would say. I don't know. I'm gonna take Denver, but I don't feel good about it.
I don't feel good about either team right now, honestly.
Our next game, besides the Chiefs and Bengals game of game of the week, the 10-5 Cardinals head to the 11-4 Dallas Cowboys.
Which Arizona team shows up?
I think Arizona's been down so much, they're set for at least one more win this season.
I can't. You know what? Usually when a team starts playing badly, you can go through and watch the games and you can figure out it looks like Kyler Murray's confidence is gone. It looks like they changed.
A good word to Tom Grossi, rate my channel. I've never actually had a conversation with him.
Tom Grossi to rate your channel. He'll rate it if you're there. I mean, that's just it. He goes through and picks. So
I've never had a real conversation with him before, so I don't know what my word's gonna do. The Arizona team that loses the Cowboys is the one that shows up. I'm gonna take Arizona just because I know what they're capable of. Dallas should win this game based on the Arizona team that's been showing up the last couple weeks. But if they can stop the run game, stop one of the games, it doesn't even matter which one. They can slow this offense down. Kyler Murray is still a good quarterback. I'm going to take them as the upset. Another game I don't feel good about.
Yeah, I don't feel good about this one either, but I think Dallas is just playing better football. I think.
Okay, so this is where I'm gonna justify picking the Cardinals. So we were talking about Joe Burrow and the 500 yards against the Eagles. How you think they're gonna slump a little the next game due to karma? Well, I think this is the same situation for the Cowboys of what they did to Washington, but the Cowboys did it worse. So I think I'm going to take them based off your comment about Joe Burrow against the Ravens is how I'm going to pick Kyler Murray to beat the Cowboys.
I know that Kyler Murray, because Arizona was my second pick in the NFC this year. I thought they were going to be the second best team in the NFC, and I really want to see them play better. I just think that Dallas has got their role going at the right time. I feel bad for Arizona if they lose, but I think Dallas will win at home.
I'm hoping Arizona wins because Green Bay will secure the number 1 seed if they win on Sunday. Yeah, that is true. If Green Bay, I'm pretty sure Green Bay will lock it up either way with a win. I feel like Arizona will show up to this one. That's what I'm saying. I just feel like,
dude, if they show up and it's a scoring game, I would love to see that. I would love to see both teams just put up mass numbers.
I mean, it would be a fun game, honestly. I wish we were streaming some of these games. The next and last 4 o'clock game, kind of a doozy, kind of interesting. The Detroit Lions 2-12-1 at the Seattle Seahawks 5-10. I'm rolling with the Lions, but Russell Wilson about 15 minutes ago did a thing, and he said, I hope this is not my last home game in Seattle. So, look, in terms of offenses, Seattle's got the better one. You got DK and Lockett and Russ. Like, those three right there. They don't have much of a run game. Detroit's been kind of solid on the ground. I feel like I'm going to roll with Detroit. It's hard to win in Seattle, but Seattle's not been Seattle this year.
I think Seattle gets the motivation up and wins their last home game. And you did skip a 4:00 game, by the way.
I did. I'll go right back to it. But Lions have been better than their record all year. Absolutely.
Oh, for sure. Yep, I'm going to take this is Russ's last hurrah in Seattle probably, and I'm taking the Seahawks.
I would feel better about it, but I'm inspired by that Lions team.
I love their coach. I can't wait to watch them next year.
Oh, yeah. Next year is going to look a lot different, hopefully. All right, next, and I did skip one, the 5-10 Carolina Panthers with Sam Darnold as their starter at the New Orleans Saints 7-8. Look, there is something incredibly wrong with Carolina. They've got a solid defense, but everything is wrong with them right now. So I'm going to take the Saints, whether they have any offense or not. The Saints have the better defense, and I think that's all they need to win this game. And I think they got Taysom Hill back, and just saying that is going to tell me they're going to win.
I got you straight up. Everything you just said is correct. I think New Orleans wins this game.
You know the weird stuff that went down in Philly last year before they fired Peterson, like how it got really bad? I feel like that's about to start coming out into the clear about Carolina. Something weird is happening there, and I don't know what, but it's not good. And so I'm going to roll with the Saints on this one, get them back to 500, and, that be that.
All right, let's keep rolling then.
All right, the Sunday night game that all of you guys are excited to hear me and Dad talk about. The 7-8 Vikings head to the 12-3 Green Bay Packers. And I think we might see an upset here. I'm going to run with the Vikings. And I'm only going to say this because they're going to get Jair Alexander back. It's going to be really, really freaking cold. And unless Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon have an insane game, it's going to be snowing and, cold. I just feel like Justin Jefferson is enough in the pass game without Adam Thielen because he just went to the IR with us. I don't know. Something is telling me they're going to upset it. It's going to be cold. It's going to be fun. I love snow games. Hopefully we'll be home and content early enough to sit down and enjoy that game.
Are you gonna cover it if we're home?
If we're home, I will try, but I know Grossi's going to be doing it, so I might hang out with him. Dylan going to be doing his impression of a snowplow. I think there's going to be snow. I know it's going to be really, really freaking cold. I'm going to pick Packers, but screw the Packers. Every Bears fan ever right now. Look, I don't know how 4 degrees with a wind chill of negative 14. I knew it was going to be cold. Look, I think the Packers can win this game because if they win this game, they'll lock up the number 1 seed and can rest their starters next week. But I just feel like, it's a divisional game. The only division opponent that's semi-competitive this season. I think it'll be a good game either way.
You kind of get the feeling that Minnesota will go into this game with, if not the ability to win, the straight-up confidence that they can win, which I think will keep them in the game. Look, Green Bay hasn't dominated lately. That Ravens team, they should have dominated. They should have dominated that Cleveland's team, and they have not played what they played good enough to win, but they just haven't played dominant football. And I'm going to break this one down. I was getting ready to pick Green Bay, and just say, you know what, we'll just go with the favorite here. But I'm going to pick running game against running game, and I'm going to take Dalvin Cook against the Green Bay running game, and I'm going to pick Minnesota as well. I'll eat my words come Monday, but I think Minnesota has the ability to win this game.
When we are undefeated at home. Look, Tampa Bay got took down at home by a division opponent.
It just feels like Green Bay doesn't have a lot to play for this week as well. Even though they do, it just feels like they don't, you know.
I think the Vikings are still in it. I don't know the exact standings, but the Vikings are still in it, and a win keeps them, or at least puts them in it. And so, as long as certain
Minnesota is the first team out right now.
Yeah, so they win, it puts them in if anybody above them loses. And the 49ers can lose this weekend. Like I said that. So I know they're up there. I don't know who's above them. Who else is above the
Philadelphia.
Vikings? And Arizona. Okay, yeah. So it's still possible. So I think they're going to fight to try to get in that playoff spot. In the next 2 weeks, we're going to see some interesting Vikings football.
Yeah, I normally would pick Green Bay in this game just because of the home field. I just feel like
to pick Green Bay.
You know what? I'm going to tell you something else for the Green Bay fans. Green Bay looks like they need to lose a game to get their head out of their butt.
Cousins versus Rodgers toe. Now, I like Green Bay in this game, but I think the Vikings have more drive right now against a division opponent at that. Win is a win, close or not. That's true, but if Baker Mayfield hadn't thrown 4 interceptions, those were not 4 defensive plays. Those were 4 bad passes that he should have never made. Like, that was just because Baker's a chump, dude. Like, Baker Mayfield is worse than Zach Wilson right now.
Yeah, I think all the momentum side points towards, and I think Green Bay, if they really want to make a serious run, they may need a loss to inspire them to play football again.
I mean, they're the best team in the NFC right now, hands down.
Sure.
But Browns 40, Steelers 7. Yeah, but I don't know. I think this is going to be a close game. Like, I'm going to take Minnesota for the upset because, like, you know me, I like chaos and I like upsets. But, Green Bay can definitely win this game. I'm not ruling them out.
I won't be surprised.
They've played good football at home. I'm not going to rule it out. But I will not be surprised if this goes either way.
Oh, come on. Let's go to Monday Night Football.
And to conclude on Monday Night Football, I'm just going to spit this one out. The 7-8 Browns at the 7-1 Pittsburgh Steelers. I think the Steelers are going to win this game 14-10.
Spit that right out, didn't you? Well, let's see. It all comes down to whether or not you can trust Baker Mayfield. If you
more primetime Steelers, dude, I know. We're all sick of it. The whole world is sick of it. They're boring. They're not fun to watch, and that's why this is going to be a low-scoring game.
Screw it. Have a great life, Ben Roethlisberger. Have a last hurrah at home. I'm going to do you the same justice that I did Russell Wilson. I'm going to pick Big Ben to go out with a bang and eliminate Cleveland from the playoffs, give him his Super Bowl, and we'll call it a career on Roethlisberger and go to next year. Adios, Baker Mayfield.
Browns. I hope so. I hope that game ends 2-3. No, I don't, because I'll be live streaming. I hope there's actually points scored, But, yeah. Ben's broken down, but Baker is playing like a toddler.
Yeah, Baker Mayfield's a kid. He's only got 2,800 yards for the season, 15 touchdowns, and 11 picks. Roethlisberger has got 20 TDs and 8 interceptions, less than 4,000 yards, but he's broken down but playing better than Baker.
Yeah, Baker's playing with a toddler with a blindfold on.
And
I got to take the Steelers in a very low-scoring affair. The battle of the best defenses, and the Steelers' defense will best Baker Mayfield 100 times.
Oh my God, I did.
It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good, Randy, but it's just the way it is. It's got to happen. We're going to get the Steelers are going to knock the Browns out. We're not going to have to worry about it.
Tennessee and Purdue going to overtime. Yeah, this is what I like about college football is that it is exciting. I should be doing more college games, but just don't have the time.
Also, Happy New Year's, Amethyst.
Oh, I didn't even see Amethyst. Where's she at?
Also to point out, Baker could have had 7 interceptions last week. Yeah, Baker's a chump, dude. Like, give me Zach Wilson. Give me Davis Mills. Give me Justin Fields. Give me any of them over Baker. Any of the rookie quarterbacks, give me them over Baker right now.
Hey, really fast. I just want to say congratulations to metal detecting with Randy. The last couple of weeks, he's done really good on his metal detecting finds. Plus, he's the luckiest man in America right now. He's won giveaway after giveaway after giveaway. Randy, you've got a silver spoon. Go buy a lottery ticket in my name, brother. Help me retire.
Johnny Football over Baker. Right now, give me Mansell.
Oh, Johnny
Dude,
Football.
I can't with Baker Mayfield right now. Like he's got the same attitude as Joe Burrow, but he can't even back it up. Look, like the OBJ's had 4 touchdowns with the Rams, and I think he had like 10 in 28 games with the Browns. Look, OBJ's living in their head rent free. I bet they could use him right now. Like, honestly.
Thank you, Dave. I appreciate that. On my birthday, I want nothing more than the Bengals to win that football game, brother.
That foot game?
That football game. That's all I want.
I can't even get my foot up here. Oh, man, for your birthday, all I want is a good football game. I don't care who wins.
My day is going to be perfect as is. I get to spend the day with my daughter in a cold Cincinnati. Spending time with family is what it's all about. So I get to spend my time with her.
And that parlayed into a career. Yeah, I mean, he's a party man.
So here, since we got just basically a few minutes left because it's almost time to go the other direction, I got a philosophical question since we're nearing the end of the season. And I think we started talking about this last week a little bit, but if Desmond Ridder goes out and performs against Alabama the way that he looks like he could perform, do you think that bumps him up on the QB draft order this year as going into the NFL?
I think there's only 2 or 3 quarterbacks worth even mentioning in the first round. Definitely.
Yeah, because I feel like he's going to be that guy that might get hot. You know what I mean? If they get hot and win that game, I will definitely. When is the championship game?
I don't know.
I think it's Monday if they win. Anyway, I will definitely do that game. If Cincinnati wins, I will definitely do the championship game. But I just find that really interesting because some of these quarterbacks, they get really hot at a certain point in time during the season. What better game to get hot than playing, probably the best coach defense in college football?
I mean, honestly, Desmond Ridder hasn't lost very many games in his career.
He only lost 1 or 2 last year. He lost that bowl game last year.
I think that's the only game.
Yeah, I mean, dude, he's a stud. I mean, he knows how to win games. And, I just really feel like I feel like I picked a good game, dude. I feel like I picked a solid game to be on tomorrow night or tomorrow afternoon. And I don't care if anybody's on or not or hangs out with me. I'm going to enjoy watching it. Thank you, Pookie.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be a good game either way. I know a lot of people are like, yeah, Alabama's going to come in and beat them 40-0, but that Cincinnati team is very, very much like the Detroit Lions, just they win more in college, but they are very inspiring.
Yeah, I'm psyched up. I feel like we should, since we talk about everything and where you have knowledge on just about every sport, we should do a few more sports in here. And I think I might handpick a few games next year for a college, but I think this game here is well worth being on for.
Also, I don't know if you noticed, but everybody in here said happy birthday to you.
I know, right, man? You know what? Birthdays suck anymore when you get older, but I thank every one of you for those wishes. I've got everything I want for my birthday. My life is pretty dang good. I'm not going to complain about anything.
Tim said Alabama is great, but they can be beat. Look at the Auburn game. Like, just go back to that. Yeah, it ended up in overtime and a bunch of stupid happened. But Auburn had them the whole game. They held them to 3 points to the end of the fourth quarter.
Yep, Iron Bowl, man. Big games. Alabama hasn't performed well. I'm going UC Bearcats, man. Getting fired up, but can't wait for the games. I have a feeling. Yeah, I would love to take my GoPro into that stadium, but I know I can't. Sunday.
Dude, I got my phone. My phone's like a GoPro.
I know. I just like the battery life and stuff like that. Thank you, Tim. Tonight, I'm here in a minute. I got to get ready for tonight, but I'm going to have a great night tonight.
I got 3 cameras on my phone.
I am,
Also, I know me and Dave talked about it a little bit. I looked into it, and I can't find any rules about streaming inside of a sports stadium.
I haven't seen anybody do it.
I can't find anything about it.
I haven't seen anybody do it. I don't know. I'm not, but you would think. I would think since if you're streaming during the game live, I think that would be the same thing. I bet you could clip and do stuff like that, but I bet you can't stream it.
Nice, Dave. Yeah, see, we talked about it last week, but I went yesterday and looked into it, but I couldn't find anything. I think it's the same as the broadcast rights. Yeah, see, I figured, but, I couldn't find anything about that. Is that the Apple 13? No. I don't have one. I don't have the 13.
That's the 12 plus, right?
12 plus, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't. We talked about trying to do it during the baseball game too a little bit and didn't.
Well, our seats weren't good for streaming a game.
Nah.
We sat in the outfield. But I'm pretty sure you can record and upload plays because I have seen a lot.
Yep. We'll just do that, but we'll probably, if we do that, we'll keep that in short
Stream
format.
Seahawks games in the stadium. He just shows his face and doesn't show the game.
He can do that.
Do a live play-by-play. Live. Couldn't hear nothing, though, because I feel like that crowd's going to be loud in there.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
All right, you guys. We've been streaming for an hour, and it was so nice to see you guys. I was going to ask the people that are still in the chat for tomorrow if you wanted, just enjoy the game. That's what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to try to record a couple highlight plays just to have for my own sake. And, I'll share if I get anything good on YouTube. But if you guys wanted us to do anything like a Q&A or something tomorrow night after he's done with the game, just anything, if there was anything you wanted to see from us, since we don't have a lot and we will not be here on Sunday. We might be here for the Sunday night game, but for the most part, we won't have a lot of stuff. What's up, Candace? But I didn't know if you guys want to see us do a Q&A or if you wanted us to do anything. Last 2 games for the end of the season. I know I'm really sad. Normally this would be our last week, but we get an extra week, and I'm sad it's coming to an end. Hell yeah, a Q&A. So, yeah, tomorrow night, if you guys want, I get off work at 7:30, so it'd be about 8, 9 o'clock, maybe 10, whatever time you prefer. I can come in here and do a Q&A. I'm sure Dad will come in here with me, and then you guys can ask us all the ridiculous questions that you would like, and we will answer all of them. Sound good to you?
I'm down.
I don't know if you have any plans after the game tomorrow.
No, the only thing I did think about, I considered is if that game goes really well and there's some people in there that wants to do the night game because they just want a place to hang out, I thought about, because see, I do have personal interest in the Michigan-Georgia game. But if it doesn't seem like a good idea, I probably won't do it. So I'll be in here to hang out regardless at that point.
All right, so that's what we'll do tomorrow night then. If Dad does the second game, then what time does that game start tomorrow?
7:30.
Oh.
The second game.
Oh, the first game I'm talking about.
3:30.
3:30. Okay. Yeah, so if he does that other game, then I'll be in there in his chat with him there, and everyone can come badger him. And if not, we'll run a Q&A tomorrow night, and we can just hang out with anybody. If anybody wants to come up here with us and talk with us, the panel will be open to all of you. And we'll just have a ring in the New Year's the right way and hang out with you guys and, just talk about whatever you guys want to talk about.
Definitely down for that.
Also, when we close out here, I have a new overlay photo, and I want you to guys, before you guys head out, let me know what you think of it, because I got it together today, and I'm pretty happy with it. We got our faces on it.
Yeah, Jonathan. Yeah, definitely. Hey, pay no mind to my belly in this picture because I was getting a little fat at the time.
But we will see you guys tomorrow, and I love that I'm able to see that or say that. And if you're not here tomorrow, Happy New Year's to all of you, and we will see you guys in the new year if not. But until then, we will see you guys on the next one.